What's up everyone, and welcome on back for another video here on the channel. Thank you as always for joining me if you're one of my returning subscribers, and welcome to the channel if this is your first time. For those who do not know me, hello, my name is Monet. I'm 29 years old, I'm single, and here on this channel I showcase how I budget using the cash envelope system. It has helped me get out of debt and I am now debt free. It's currently helping me to save and invest, and I make these videos in hopes to inspire and educate others that want to be on a financial journey as well. So if any of that sounds like something that you would be into, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and we would absolutely love to have you. So getting into today's video, if you are a regular, you already know the setup, and once I bring out my Ellie notebook, that means we are going to budget my side income. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to do that and where all of my money is going to go for my side income for March 2026, then just keep on watching. All right, so diving into it, we are bringing back my side income budgets if you are new. If you missed it, last month was the first time I've done it in quite some time, so we are going to continue it because you guys told me that you are enjoying it. So in regards to my side income, I've gotten it to a point where I can budget a month ahead in a sense. So all of this income that I will be budgeting are things that I earned for the month of February. And once all my actual numbers are in for everything that I do, I put that in place for my March budget. Now, all of this side income, very grateful for whatever amount I can earn. And as always, a big, huge thank you and appreciation to you guys, because it would not be possible without you all. And these are things that I've just developed over time. I always like to preference, I am no expert. I'm not saying this is how you should budget your business and all that. This is just what I do, and I share because you guys ask. We are going to go ahead and open up our binder to the page. All right, and here we have it. I'm going to go ahead and I think put the calculator on this side so that I can write. And let's get started. So as I said up at the top, I notate where my earnings come from, and this is for February. And here are my side income sources. Just to recap, if you don't know, I do have a Shopify and an Etsy account. Those are both my website selling platforms. On Shopify is where you can get all of my physical products. So things that help me within my cash envelope journey, I do make those available. So if you want envelopes, my Post-it, bank bag, really all the things that you see I showcase on my channel, I try to make that all available within my Shopify. And then I also have my digital templates, and that can be found on both Shopify and Etsy. So that's what those two social incomes are for. Instagram and TikTok, those are of course social media accounts that again pertain to my Monets Money account, and it's just additional social platforms where you can find me. I like to upload videos and really try and stay active there if I'm not always active on YouTube, because to be honest, YouTube is time consuming. It's a lot of editing, recording, process. So it does take some time. So whenever I want to just do a quick check-in, I can just post to Instagram and TikTok. So that's great. And then of course, my last income source is YouTube. So I do earn some funds off of the videos that you guys watch. So that is where that will come from. But as of today, those are all my total income sources. In the past, way back when I started my channel, I did do Uber Eats and DoorDash. And I also recorded me breaking down my side income for those. That's really where this side income stems from. So if you also want some motivation on how to budget, if you're a gig worker and things like that, that is also available on my channel. So be sure to check that out. But let's stop with the yapping and get into these numbers. All right, so diving in, for Shopify, I was able to bring in a total of $1,280 within that site. Looking at Etsy for the month, I brought in $72. For Instagram, that was $6. For TikTok, it's $218. And then for YouTube, it is $317. So for all of my side incomes, let's go ahead and add that up and see what we get. All right, so that will give us a total of, oh, I put an extra $sign. That's gonna bother me. We'll just act like we can't see that, even though it messed up the paper. That's very cringe. So that is a total of $1,893 that we are working with. it doesn't look pretty, but we're gonna push past it. But either way, happy with that $1,893 additional income. Any money is a blessing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and divvy out how I decide to break that up. So the first thing that I have listed is my tithe, and tithe is 10% of what I earn. So if I do 1,893 times 10, that means I am giving $189 to tithe. After tithe, I then have taxes, and taxes is going to be 30%. So if we do 1,893 times 30, that means that $568 is going straight to Uncle Sam. So I just put aside 30%. That's just what works for me. I find that that is enough for myself, but always put a percentage based off of your own judgment or advice that you would get from a financial expert that's telling you to do so. But 30% is good for myself. Next, we move into the payout section. So that is basically the paycheck that I give to myself. Once I have everything covered within the business, I do give myself a portion, and then those funds are free for me to do with whatever I feel like. So regarding my payout, I do different percentages based off of what income source it is. Shopify does get less of a payout because I do have to put money back into the business to keep it going. But all of the other income sources, I really don't have to put money back into the business, so I can pocket a little bit more of a percentage from those things. If we do my payout for Shopify, and for Shopify I earned $1,280, and I do that by 40%, that means that $512 is going to a payout for that. And then if I do all the others, so if my total is $1,893 and I take out the portion for Shopify, the rest of my income sources total $613, and I can do 60% of that. So that would mean that $368 is available for payout there. Then I just total these two up. So 510 plus 368, that will give me $880. And once again, this is the side income that I would notate when I do my entire monthly budget reset, so that all of the deductions and everything have been taken out. So in a sense, this is my net pay and I don't have to worry about anything else. So when it comes to my payout, I am deciding to solely focus on savings, and that is where I want to put majority of any of the extra money that I earn from my side income. So of this $880, the first portion will be going towards my home fund. We all know that's my savings priority right now that I'm focusing on when it comes to my full-time paychecks. That's where I want to put most of my money, but I do also want to put a portion to my home fund if I have funds left. So I decided to put $380 of this paycheck towards that account. So that will now bring my total home fund to $1,945 against our current $5,000 goal that I'm working towards. And then the last $500 will be going towards my trip fund. And that is my trip that I'm going on in 2027, as I shared with you guys. So overall, that's how I decided to allocate to that. And now we can get into the last portion of this paycheck breakdown, which is the business part. And we see that the last 20% of Shopify will be allocated towards that. So 1,280 times 20%, that means that $256 will be going towards the business. And I already decided what is going in which sinking fund for my business. And I did decide not to give money to all of my categories because this month I was focusing on restocking inventory for my shop. So a lot of the money that I earned, I bought with supplies. So I kind of wanted to replenish my supplies fund because it did get a little bit low. But either way, we can still divvy things out. So for my annual bills, I always give a standard $60 there. And that's in line to make sure that when things are due, I will have the money saved up and paid for it. As for my equipment, this is one that I decided to give nothing to. I have a good amount and there isn't really much I intend on buying in terms of equipment, so that was okay to skip. Monthly bills got $9, and that's for my HP subscription, so can't change that. P.O. box, I always give $20, so $20 was given there. Savings was another one that I skipped, put nothing in there so that I can throw as much as I could to my supplies. Shipping, that is the one that was a little bit more than I anticipated. So my shipping is what I have to pay back to Shopify at the end of every month. And that totaled $65. So wasn't expecting that to be that high, but we still had the funds to pay it. So we're gonna set that aside for when that bill is due. And then the last bit of this was $102 that went towards my supplies. So overall, that is the breakdown of the business. And this part down here is what I decide to cash stuff, and I will go to the bank and get the cash for these items. The only thing I'm not taking cash out for is this monthly bills. That is on an auto payment, so they just charge my card and I just transfer the funds for that. But everything else, we will cash stuff today. So now that we know what we're doing, I'm gonna head to the bank, get the cash, and when I come back, we can stuff those envelopes. All right, so I am back from the bank. Let's go ahead and take out this cash. And it should be a fairly quick cash stuffing. I don't think it's too much we're working with. All right, so we can move this bank bag and get started. So first up, we have annual bills. That is getting $60. And as I said, I save up for any bills that will be due throughout the year because I like to pay my bills once a year. The big ones are my Shopify payment to keep my website active, and they are coming up soon, so that will explain why we have quite a few funds in here. But adding $60 today will now give us $100, $200, just gonna set that 50 to the side because that throws me off sometimes. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, then we have 450, 470, 480, 490, 505. So that's $505 that we now have within annual bills. After that, we have equipment, but as we said, that's getting zero. Within equipment, we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 85. So $285 is in equipment. So looking okay within there. Monthly bills, we know that's a online bill. I had this because I used to take the cash out, but normally I don't put anything within there. P.O. box is getting 20, and I do believe my P.O. box is due, so I might have to be taking money out of here soon. And now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, $100 saved within there. After P.O. box, we have savings, but that also got skipped. And in here we have $100, $200, $300 saved just for any emergencies or things that I might need to cover. After that, it is shipping that is getting 65. So 50, 60, 65. And that bill will be due soon. So once they give me my total, I can go ahead and pay for that. But as of right now, we have 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77. So $77 within there. And then the last guy is for supplies. That's getting 102. So 102. And if we look in here, we see, again, a lot has been used. I didn't want to break my $500 placeholder because this means I have $500 in the bank, and I try not to touch it if I don't need it. So definitely wanted to get some more physical cash in here just in case I needed to restock on some more things for the shop. But adding 102, that will now give us 500, 600, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a total of $604 within there. But as for my cash stuff and for my side income, that is all I do. It's as simple as that. And that will complete the entire video. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, continue to let me know if this is something that you want to watch. It is very repetitive. I kind of got it on a system where I just do the same thing over and over, but if you guys enjoy it, then I will continue to create it. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We would love to have you. But as for today, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend or week whenever you're watching this, whenever I upload it. I will catch you all next time within my next video. Bye guys.